So Motor City, Dan Campbell, the Detroit Lions.
Well, this team can play, man.
You said it right there, man. The Motor City Detroit Lions. Motor City Dan, man. Yeah. I love the Lions, man. They're always so entertaining to watch. They're the lovable losers. It's like, what are they going to do this year? Amon-Ra St. Brown goes off. Their entire offense goes off. And then they go ahead and, cut ties with I thought a pretty decent starting running back. But Jahmyr Gibbs is a great addition, a great replacement. Talk about the opposite of the Vikings. They got a running back to replace theirs. I think the rest of that offense is pretty good. The biggest question mark for me right now is Jameson Williams. I know he's suspended. What is it, 6 games right now?
6 games, yep.
I think that's going to really hurt them, and I think Detroit really needs a guy that is going to be on the field 16 games, 17 games a season. Considering that the only other guy they really have is Amon-Ra St. Brown. I really like the draft pick of Sam Laporta, and I think that their offensive line is actually pretty good. I think they can make some noise. I made this is the hard thing for this division for me is picking one team to win it. It's like at one point I thought Detroit would be the winners, and then another point I thought the Vikings. I've gone through every team basically. They all have their strengths and they all have definite weaknesses, and I think they have some holes in talent on defense. So, I'd like to see what they do this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this team does. Jared Goff is kind of who he is. He's very good when things are going well around him. Not so much if things aren't. Jahmyr Gibbs is an explosive athlete. It's gonna be fun to see how he's used in the passing game. What explosive runs he can make behind that incredible offensive line. The offensive line is in contention to be the best in the NFL this year. What Gibbs can do. David Montgomery, he's going to be kind of the goal line back, kind of take that Jamal Williams role. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's going to do what he does. But yeah, I do think you're right though. Who's going to be that number 2 guy while Jameson Williams is down or suspended? I mean. Who's going to be that guy? That's going to be a big question for them. I worry about that, especially opening with the Chiefs, for example. It's not easy opening up. Could that put them too far behind to come back again? Do they have to rally the second half of the year like they did last year? Defensively, I think there's still a lot of question marks here. Aiden Hutchinson is a stud, but who else is going to step up to provide a pass rush? I'm not sure about the linebacker position. Like they've been struggling to find a guy stepping up there. I do think the first round pick, Jack Campbell is going to step up, but other than him, who else is going to emerge next to him? And then the secondary, they had their issues as well. So the defense is my concern with the Lions, but man, I like what this offense can do. I like Motor City Dan Campbell as the coach. I think he's going to get the boys ready to go. This is one of those promising seasons for the Lions in a long time. Can they finally live up to it?
Well, this team can play, man. So, Jared Goff, not someone you usually think that would throw for 4,000 yards. I think he's going to have another good season. Brian Johnson is just an absolute genius when it comes to being able to call plays that complement Goff instead of call plays that complement open receivers like McVay does. They have David Montgomery. He's meh, but he also knows the Bears. So he has a little bit of insight that they could use to beat that offense. Jahmyr Gibbs is a Bijan Robinson light. He can do a little bit of everything. He is an Alabama running back, or he is Alabama, right? Yeah. So he
for 1 year.
He
for 1
transferred.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he may not live up to the Alabama curse of running backs, but I think that he has the potential to be better than Bijan Robinson this year. Only because I like the offense coordinator a little bit better. One of the best offensive lines in the NFL, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marvin Jones knows the team, still isn't terrible, decent receiver to throw to. good locker room guy, nice leader. Then it's Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond, who's going to be splitting some time at receiver. They do have Denzel Mims, but I mean, he really hasn't done anything in the NFL. Defensively, Justin, I am going to dispute your claim on who is on the other side. Aiden Hutchinson wasn't the best rookie pass rusher that they had last year. James Houston was. He had more sacks than Aiden Hutchinson. So they have a pass rush. They just have no defense up the middle. They can't stop the run. They have Malcolm
James
Rodriguez.
Houston.
God.
James Houston, the first of Prime's guys, go to the NFL.
Yeah. They have Malcolm Rodriguez, who destroyed Notre Dame in a bowl game, then played lights out in preseason last year, got on everyone's radar, and had a pretty good rookie season. I think he's going to step up. They have Alex Anzalone, who's just kind of a leader. He knows how to play the linebacker position. He gets a ton of tackles. He can teach Malcolm Rodriguez and Jack Campbell how to get it done. Secondary, they're a little light, but they do have CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's going to be huge for them this year. And then they did get Brian Branch. I think he's going to step in almost right away and get stuff done. So this team is pretty deep in a pretty weak division. The reason why I have the Lions going so far is mainly because of the Vikings losing Dalvin Cook and their defense. But the Lions, I'm ready to see them kind of take off in the playoffs.